Okay, then I should make this small demonstration of this house construction PPM. Jeff asked about it. So now I take the time to do it. Okay, it looked like this. TC is open, my template. That's how it looked like in this last one. There's the different values. Should be show or not show. Length, CC distance, width of house. This should be changing place actually. Height on first floor, height second floor, and yeah, whatever down here. So it's about something more than 50 of them. I don't remember anymore. All the different things. This is the parameter I can change. But it's more easy to see it after inserting. So I take this. I just insert it like this. Stand now. Skip. Jesus Christ. 1 million times. Okay. So they're coming in. This is this text standing up here. This telling only the construction in the length on this way, in X direction, and this is in the Y direction. Length and width of the house. If you use baseline, or you can imagine this, if you have foundation or concrete plate, this is the area of this one. In Norway we calculate from the outside of the cladding. That would be this, little bit bigger than this. And then BRR is on the inside of the wall. This height is where the intersection between the outside of the wall and outside of the roof. And this is then to the ridge. This is only information about this piece of wood here. I have no idea in English. Telling this number 1 and 2 have that size. And this is the one we put the gutter on. And this is the distance between this piece of wood we hanging the roof tiles on. And this is the height of what I cut out for putting the beam down on the knee wall. This is only a number that should not be there. It's something I testing sometime, and then for whatever reason, I don't know. I shouldn't have been inside the PPM. It doesn't matter. We can go in perspective. Look like this. This blue column here is everything that I cut inside the PPM, because I can't get this thickness out of the PPM in the database. So I make this one. So then I can use this for when I make this boom list. And then I can select it and just no, I don't know. I can just take the layer off, put everything in a filter here, and it's this one. And like this, normally you can control everything with layer. This tilbehør, also accessories. Take off everything around it, only left with this main construction. Go and hit the line. But this is how it looked like. And then I can go over here again, maybe. Sometime in library. This height is to this beam up here. horizontal to make flat roof. And there is something else about this is this piece of wood here, the blue one, for when I have a plate on the wall, you go from here someplace and up to this is 2,740 millimeter long, the plate when it comes from factory. So I have this, and this will also meet the same 240 plate on the inside. So that's why I'm standing. 2,400. We can change whatever. I can take this and I can go into. Now you see it have a beam on the floor. Sometimes it's only standing on a concrete plate. So then I take this away, and I have this again. Don't show again. Skip all. So then you see everything, the house fall down. This thickness of the beam in first one. This text I don't need. Take that off. Say that yeah, I turn off the layer, that's why it don't show. Yeah. And then I can take it off. Seems like there was something there. I haven't looked at this for a long time. This is a different version than I showed earlier. I added some effect on the end of the roof beam, whatever name this. Rafter. Halvan på. If I see it from left, this is the thing, and I should be able to close that. Yeah. And then I have the outside going up, but I can also have it flat. So then I can turn that on. This distance here is 54 millimeter on this one, because I have from the construction there was 12 millimeter plate, 23 millimeter ventilation gap, and 19 millimeter cladding coming after this. This piece of wood is 68 by 36 millimeter. This is the distance where I cut out. It is because when I take 30 millimeter piece of wood under here and 30 millimeter plate, I put 30 millimeter plate on the wall here, they will meet in the same place. It's actually a little bit too big. And I also get this measurement here exactly. So if I put 12 millimeter, some half inch panel under here and under here, they will meet in exact same place there. That's the thing about this. Very exactly cut. It's up to people if they want to do it or not. Only I hate if this piece of wood coming under here. I think it's the most ugly thing I see in a house. So that's how it is. Yeah, I see it was something not coming down. This metal thing should stay down there. This has not been moved. And I take off this floor. So I'm putting this on again. Then everything look correct. So I have to go in and move this. What I did, I can take this one off. And I can take this one off. Yeah, this is standing, it's not in the same group, that's why it's not falling. Now you see this beam coming down here. It have there, 300. This is the size of the beam, 300 millimeter. What is that? 12 inch. That is the insulation thickness we want in Norway today, in the roof. But sometimes when we see it from the outside, we want this to look slim, and that's why I make this. I can adjust it someplace if I only remember where. It's standing on 98 millimeter now, so it's about to find that. This is the top, the ridge. I don't think this will affect anything. No. What the heck is that? What's about that? 76. Oh, standing on about 70 million. Down. Now we go all the way up then. This going up there. 110. No, I don't see it. Put this back again to 98. Don't change handling then. So it is someplace, but I don't see it in the list. Anyway, that's not important. This, like I say, is for make connection with the plate. Oh, I have a tendency to just spin on the wheel. It's then this piece of water stand on 2.4. If I want to set them to 2.600, and then I move up there. Now it has a CC system of 600, so I set it to 300. The height of the wall on second floor, new wall, I say 900. You have the roof angle, the slope at 36 degrees, so I say if I wanted to 32 degrees. And of course this everything else, accessories, also follow the same. I can take this on. Now standing this height. I can lift that up. Where's it standing? There. 2643. Oh, this is strong. I can lift that up. Then I can go a little bit closer. So Now this piece of wood is 36 millimeter, it's like 1.5 inch. So I can say this should be 48, 2 inch in all. Change this. And this is the beam, second floor is 198, I say 223, it's similar to 9 inch. This is the floor. I don't remember the name of this plate anymore. It's compressed wood, but it's not plywood or this construction thing. Don't remember English name anyway. Okay, say this should be very thick, so say it should have 50 millimeter floor. This is the top of the wall. They are 36 millimeters, so two pieces of 1 by 1.5 inch. This I can say should be 60. This total height shouldn't change, it's just only this other stuff. And then we have here again, this go away that you just see. You see we change the height. I can change the width of them in I'm going to change height because you take this width maybe. No. There. I say this should be 62. Well, I want a 3 inch, that would be 70 and all. 62 was an old 2.5 inch, and nearly never use it anymore. But you can go back and say it should be 600 millimeter. This will be the same like your working system for what you have, 16 and 24 inch, I think. Only here is we're using 24 and 12. Very seldom using 40 centimeter between. This one is only framing on the outside. This has also its own thickness. Down. Set that to 50. Now this thickness of the stud. Do I see it? Like this. They are 8 inches, I think. So if I want to have them to be 98, that's similar to 4 inch. And I change that. See everything follow each other here. This thing is for stabilizing and for make it, put some silicone or asphalt glue in here for make there's no wind coming in. Same on the top here. So this is the ridge. I changed it earlier. I can change the beam size from 300 now. Standing down there. say that should be 198. So that is equal to 8 inches. That is about what I can change. I can put on this extra accessory. Which now it was standing on 35, wasn't it? Because it will divide in how many rows. Yeah, 35.1 or 351 millimeter is the distance between this wood for hanging roof tile. That I have to vary because depending on the roof angle, how close, how much overlap we want them to have. See if I can find that. That should be about 340, 350. This first one is 350. And I say on this roof I want to have about 340 millimeter, but it become on 350. So I changed that to 338. That didn't change much. Now it will be 333 or 334 millimeter distance between this wood. We don't need that on this roof because it's 36 degree, wasn't it? Yeah. Now 32. But if we start coming down below 20, 25, then it should have bigger overlap. I can see it from the front. We can look on this. I can adjust this one. Now it's standing on 20 degree. I can say it should be 50. Or 0. I can see it from left again. Because this beam is controlled by this front board here, so hanging the gutter on. So, and also this distance on this will change. This is the first going up there, have about 30 millimeter overlap. And it's controlled by this. This is, I think, 140. And this length, 163 here, extra length, is, I want this to go 160 out here. So it covers the gut. I can also take, that should be from here and up. I can adjust that distance too. All this with this and to adjusting the angle of this is depending on what kind of roof tile you use. So I have an option. What do I want to do? Yeah, I want to find this. This is the thickness of this one. But I want the height of it. This is now 140, so I can change this to 173 is another distance. 173. I say this piece is getting bigger, and then this also will be bigger because they should still meet on this place down here, same place. And if I putting on this, then you see it become a full beam. I don't need to cut off this thing because it's going under here and it's only cut under. That's what the change I did, but I should be able to adjust the beam, how much is going down, only I don't see it in here. I don't remember the name and where I put it. So, but anyway, this is how I can adjust everything on this side. And now this is standing on, let me see, and 600 or 800, I guess. I can just measure. We always calculate from the construction, so from nearest there to nearest there. Standing on 600. So then I need to find another place where they say 600 in here. There. This is the length of this. I want this to be 900. Then we write out, calculate everything. I can also see from the front. Oh no, from the front. And then I also can adjust in this thing. Now it's standing on 434. I'm pretty sure. There, yeah. So if I want this to be 600, I'm adjusting for that. But this is basically what it do. And then I can put on this. I can take away the text. I don't need it to make a mess. Oop. I have another version also that should calculate how many roof type. But that may be on the original one, the one I have showed, this one, machine viewer version. This extra thing here on the flat ceiling. This one, this one, this. I don't want. But I want to do all the beams. And then, I go and make sure all the layers is on. And they are. So then I explode it. I'll shift in. Yes, I should go. Now standing on my phone. Now I go hunting for group. I had to do this 6-7 times. Could make a macro that do this, but if there's not exactly the same amount, then the macro will crash, so make no sense. It's very handy when I was making it because it's pretty boring to this exploding, but it go very slow when the macro do it. It's much quicker to do it by hand. It was funny to see when he exploded and walking up and down and all over and explode different times. So it'll be funny to watch, at least the first time. It's a good time for pick up a coffee. Okay, then there is no more. I will not get this piece of wood just standing on the end. I'm not putting that into the list. So I take this and I go to database. Just need to have someplace. Long time since I used it. Okay. Make a report. I didn't have it in this one, and I've not used it since I reinstalled. I have to create. It's the common. It's the info. I should have object, and I should have info, and I should have thickness. The info should be the first one, and I don't want all because I maybe have many other things in here, so I want font selection. OK, and OK, and I want to have a report, and then I get this. This comes with this stupid number. It has some funny size here. 0.99. That's because I take away a little bit. It's about how it divides and split in the length and width. I save one construction, I call it, in the length direction and in the width direction. If I take away 100 of a millimeter, then it will divide and move correct. But when I take it into Excel, it will, of the format, it will come correct size. So I have this, and then I should export it. And I export it to text. It was a CSV earlier, but I changed it at some point, so now I have to use text. So then, for sure, I don't want to save it then. I'll just take it on my disk. I call it demo script. Demo close and OK. I finish. So I've opened an old Excel, and I should go and find okay, I find it in the end. This have a macro. I make a macro for sorting and for printing, so I have to activate that. I think I did. So okay, activate. Okay. So then this should be okay. This is only a test, so I take away what's inside. I never delete the columns, I only take away what's inside it. Yes, then all this goes for. So then I go to data and I form text, and we did put that file on the dashboard if I don't remember wrong. Why I get this thing here now, I don't know. Didn't we save it over here? Excel sheet. Also my document. CSV, I know we take it like a text. No. I don't know where I save it anymore. I don't look the video for see where. So I just go back and I make a new tools, database, report. Now we have it already. I don't give it names, it doesn't matter. This, and I want to export it. And I was pretty sure we take it in here. It should be, it's the text file. That's why. Demo split. That's what I call it. Yeah. It's in there already. Demo split is the text file. I was looking for Excel sheet. Okay. Close. Cancel. In here, and I data from text, and it was on dashboard. Demo split text, that's the one. And I import this one. This next. Just this with comma and space. I get this. This is this thing there who damaged everything. Like this. But the reason I need to do this, I need to get away this millimeter thing. I don't want that. This number only making noise. Don't need it. So I have it like this. I have the name, what it is, and the length. And this is the millimeter part of it. I had 6 decimal, that's why it's so big. Next, I shouldn't take away any column, so I don't need to do this. I just say complete. And from A2, that's okay. And now, nothing here is 100% correct, so I have to sort it. Control S. And then I get all the dimension in here, in the book. This is after now. When I change it, this is not my normal. I normally have 36 millimeter. But there we have the stud and this top and bottom of the wall. This is the top. This is the bottom of the walls. This is this horizontal in the top. This is the on the gable wall. This is from the floor. This is from the roof, rafter, or whatever name it is. This is this between. This is for this overhang on the gable wall. This is overhang on the long wall. This is for putting everything, the roof tiles on. This is the ridge. And this is for making ventilation. And this is this thing that will be adjusted for hanging under, I think you call it soffit or something like that. And this is the stud in the gable wall. I don't have a system for make this coming out automatic, so they standing here, everyone, only there was no information in it. And there was on this one, there was not in the ones standing in the center of the gable. There was nothing, so there's 83 meter, or say, yeah, 83. And that is added up here, 83, 89. I cannot see. Too far away. Need to use glass. But there's 40 of them. And they have 4 and 4 is the same size. Because I divide it on the center. And then there's 90 in the first floor, and there's 15 normal stud in the second floor. This is this knee wall thing. So. And then I print that, and I have the list, boom list. Control P, and I will get this out. It was made from a paper printer I used earlier, so I don't know if it works now until, but we can try. Control P. No, it go, yeah, coming. Yeah. So this telling the information I need and want. not 100% missing something, but I have all the information I need for the list. I can calculate in price. I can also take this into my system and calculating in when I do make a house. Yeah, that's this. This is about the house.